No one in Kambara Village ever used the narrow bush road anymore. Not after sunset. Not after what lived there. At the far end of the road stood the abandoned Hunt house, a crooked wooden mansion swallowed by vines. Its windows dark like hollow eyes, its roof bent as though the house itself was bowing under a terrible secret. And inside lived Mama Odara. She was 89 years old. At least, that was what the elders said. Some swore she was older, much older. She had no family, no visitors, no laughter, only smoke from her chimney at strange hours of the night, and sounds no one could explain. Children crying, whispers drifting with the wind, and sometimes laughter, low, dry, inhuman. From the time children in Kambara could walk, they were warned, never pass Mama Odara's house. If you hear your name called near Hunt house, don't answer. If you drop something there, leave it. Whatever happens, run. Little ones would cling to their mothers whenever the path came into view. Even grown men crossed themselves. Women whispered prayers. Because everyone knew one thing. Mama Odara practiced witchcraft. Real witchcraft. She eats souls, old Papa Gora once muttered. She keeps children's shadows in bottles, another claimed. My brother saw her turn into a blackbird, said a trembling farmer. No one knew what was true, but everyone knew fear. The Hunt house had once belonged to British hunters decades ago. After they disappeared mysteriously, the building was abandoned. Years later, Mama Odara arrived. No one saw where she came from. One day the house was empty. The next day, smoke rose, and she was there, bent back, white eyes, long gray hair like spider webs. Since then, nothing around that house grew properly. Trees twisted strangely. Birds avoided it. Dogs howled and ran away. 8-year-old Tari, 9-year-old Emika, and 10-year-old Lola were best friends. They had grown up hearing the stories. But children also had curiosity. And curiosity doesn't fear legends until it meets them. One hot afternoon, they walked home from school laughing when they reached the bush road. The shortcut is faster, Emika said. Lola shook her head. My mama said never. Tari swallowed. But it saves 30 minutes. They stared down the narrow path. The Hunt house peeked through the trees like a shadow watching them. A cold wind passed through the air, even though the sun burned above. I hear she eats kids, Emika whispered. Stop it, Lola snapped nervously. Suddenly, a soft voice floated through the trees. Tari. They froze. Tari. It sounded like his mother. Tari's heart slammed. My mama's calling me. Lola grabbed his arm hard. No. My grandma said don't answer voices near that house. The voice came again. Sweeter. Closer. Tari, come. Leaves rustled. Something moved between the trees. A tall, thin shadow stretched toward them. They ran. They didn't look back. They didn't stop until they reached the village. That night, Tari had nightmares. He saw a crooked woman stirring a pot. Inside it, tiny hands. 3 days later, Lil Sadiq, a 6-year-old boy, disappeared. He was last seen playing near the bush road. The village panicked. Men searched the forest. Women screamed his name. They found only one thing, his small sandal, right in front of the Hunt house gate. 2 nights after that, another child vanished. 7-year-old Blessing. gone from her bed. No footprints, no noise, just an open window facing the bush road. Fear wrapped Kambara Village like a dark cloth. Whispers spread. It's her. Mama Odara has started again. The witch is hungry. On the third night, Tari heard scratching on his window. Slow, careful. Scratch, scratch, scratch. His blood ran cold. Then a voice. Dry. Old. Not his mother's. Come outside, my child. I have sweets. Moonlight revealed a tall, crooked shadow on the wall, with fingers too long. Bending the wrong way, Tari screamed. His parents rushed in. The shadow vanished. But in the dirt beneath the window were footprints, bare, twisted, leading toward the bush road, toward Hunt House. By morning, the village knew the truth. Children were disappearing, and every trail led to one place, the abandoned Hunt House, where Mama Odara lived alone, smiling, waiting, and hungry. By sunrise, Kambara Village was no longer just afraid. It was angry. Mothers held their children like shields. Fathers sharpened machetes. Old men muttered prayers. 3 children gone in 1 week. And every sign pointed to the same cursed place. The Hunt House. Mama Odara's home. We cannot wait anymore, Chief Baligan said, slamming his staff on the ground. Tonight we go there. A murmur of fear rolled through the crowd. People who go there don't return, someone whispered. Better we die fighting than let our children vanish, another shouted. By evening, 12 men gathered. Hunters, farmers, the village pastor, even Papa Goro, shaking but determined. They carried lanterns, torches, guns, charms, and holy water. Women cried behind them. Children hid. Thunder growled in the sky like something angry waking up. The bush road felt colder than usual. Trees bent inward as though listening. Crickets went silent. Each step toward the Hunt House made the air heavier. The house stood waiting. Its door creaked slowly open, even though no one touched it. That means she knows we're coming, Papa Goro whispered. A horrible smell poured out, like rotten meat mixed with burning herbs. They covered their noses. The lantern light trembled. Inside, the house was darker than night. Strange symbols were carved into the walls. Bones hung from strings. Bottles filled with black smoke-lined shelves. And on the floor, circles drawn in dried blood. The pastor whispered prayers quickly. One man vomited. From somewhere deep in the house, something chuckled, a slow, dry laugh. The men froze. She's here, someone whispered. They moved deeper. The wooden floor creaked like it was crying. In one room, they found tiny shoes, children's clothes, hair tied with ribbons, a pile of them, like trophies. Oh, God, one man sobbed. Then Tari's sandal, the same one found outside. Proof. Mama Odara wasn't rumor. She was a monster. A door at the end of the hall slowly swung open. A green light glowed inside. Smoke rolled out, and there she stood, Mama Odara. Her back was bent like a broken branch. Her eyes were milky white, yet somehow staring straight at them. Her mouth stretched into a wide grin that showed blackened teeth. You finally came, she croaked. Her voice sounded like leaves scraping stone. I was getting hungry. One hunter raised his gun. Bang! The bullet hit her chest. She didn't fall. She didn't bleed. She laughed. A deep, horrible laugh that shook the walls. You cannot kill what you already abandoned, she hissed. Suddenly, the floor exploded with movement. Black snakes poured out of cracks. They wrapped around legs. Men screamed. Torches dropped. Fire spread. Smoke filled the house. Mama Odara lifted her hands. The snakes obeyed her like soldiers. Your children give me life, she said. Their fear makes me strong. They fought wildly, cutting snakes, pulling each other free. One man was dragged into the shadows. His scream ended too quickly. The pastor threw holy water. It sizzled on her skin like hot oil. She shrieked, the first real pain. "You think light can save you?" she roared. Her body twisted. Bones cracked. Her shape changed. Her shadow stretched across the ceiling into something tall and horned. The men ran. They didn't stop. Not when thorns tore their clothes. Not when branches scratched their faces. They burst back into the village screaming, "It's not human! The children are inside. She's feeding on them." Only 9 men returned. 3 were gone, taken, just like the children. That night, Mama Odara's laughter echoed across Kambara Village. Windows rattled. Babies cried. Dogs howled until they dropped silent. And from the hunt house chimney, green smoke spiraled into sky, shaped like screaming faces. Tari lay awake shaking. Suddenly, his door creaked open. Slowly, his mother was asleep beside him. But someone stood in the doorway, bent, thin, eyes glowing faintly green. Mama Odara whispered, "Your friends tasted sweet. You will taste sweeter." Her long fingers stretched toward him, and the room went ice cold. Tari couldn't scream. His throat felt locked. Mama Odara stood inches from his bed. Her breath smelled of rot and burning leaves. Cold fingers brushed his forehead. "So warm," she whispered. "So full of life." Tari squeezed his eyes shut and prayed. Suddenly, the door burst open. His father charged in with a machete. Mama Odara vanished like smoke. Only freezing air remained, and a trail of wet footprints leading out the window. By morning, the village knew something worse. The witch was no longer waiting in her house. She was coming for them. Chief Balagan called an emergency meeting. The remaining men who had entered Hunt House spoke with trembling voices. "There are rooms underground," one said. "I heard crying beneath the floor." Another nodded. "She's keeping them alive for rituals." The pastor wiped sweat from his face. "She feeds slowly to grow stronger." A silence fell. Then a soft voice broke it. "We can save them." Everyone turned. It was old Mama Ebony, the village herbal woman. People rarely listened to her, but now fear made them desperate. "Mama Odara was once like me," Ebony said. "A healer who chose dark spirits when her family abandoned her." Gasps spread. "She made a pact," Ebony continued. "Every child strengthens her life. When she completes 7, she becomes immortal." "How many has she taken?" Chief Balagan asked. Ebony's face tightened. 6. The village screamed. Tari would be the 7th. "We must attack before midnight," Ebony said. "That is when the spirits come to collect." "But bullets didn't kill her," a man cried. "Fire and sacred herbs will weaken her," Ebony replied. "And blood of courage will seal her." Silence. Then Tari stepped forward shaking. "She wants me," he whispered. "I can lead her away." His mother screamed, "No!" But Mama Ebony nodded slowly. The witch must be lured into the ritual circle. Fear and bravery warred in Tari's eyes. "I don't want my friends to die." That night, storm clouds swallowed the moon. Tari walked alone toward the bush road. Every step felt like walking into death. Leaves rustled. Cold wind whispered his name. "Tari." Her voice slid through the darkness. Mama Odara appeared between the trees. Her body bent wrong, her feet not touching the ground. "You came," she smiled. He forced himself not to run. "You said you had sweets." Her laughter cracked like dry bones. "Yes, my sweet child." She drifted toward him. Behind them, hidden in bushes, the villagers prepared. Torches lit. Herbs burned. Prayers whispered. Mama Odara grabbed Tari's wrist. Pain shot through him like ice. "Time to finish," she hissed. She dragged him toward Hunt House. But suddenly, fire exploded across the path. Villagers rushed out shouting. Mama Ebony threw powder into flames. Green smoke rose screaming. Mama Odara shrieked, "You betray me, Ebony." "You betrayed life first," Ebony roared. The witch's skin blistered. Dark shadows burst from her body. Faces of children screamed out then vanished. She fought like a demon. Wind knocked men down. Snakes burst from the ground again. But the villagers kept pushing. Fire closed around her. She stumbled into the ritual circle drawn earlier. Ebony sliced her palm and dropped blood onto the symbols. By life you stole, return what you took. The ground shook. A hidden door beneath the house burst open. From underground cages, the missing children crawled out, weak, alive, crying. Parents screamed with joy. Mama Odara screamed louder than thunder. Her body cracked. Smoke poured from her mouth. You will all die with me. Shadows wrapped around her, pulling her downward. The earth swallowed her slowly. Her fingers clawed the air. Her eyes burned with hatred. This village will never know peace. And she was gone. The ground sealed shut. Silence fell. Only rain remained. But Mama Ebony collapsed. She isn't fully destroyed, she whispered weakly. She is trapped, not dead. What does that mean? Chief Balogun asked. Ebony's eyes filled with fear. She will return. When the ground bleeds again. That night, everyone slept together in fear. Children rescued, wounds treated, but no one celebrated, because far away, under the Hunt House ruins, something knocked, slow, patient, waiting. For 3 days after Mama Odara was swallowed by the earth, Kambara Village tried to breathe again. Children slept beside their parents. Fires burned through the night. Prayers echoed at dawn and dusk. The Hunt House was reduced to ashes. The villagers had burned it until only blackened beams remained. They believed fire would keep evil buried. They were wrong. On the 4th night, the dogs began barking. Not angry, not playful, terrified. They cried like something was hurting them. Then one by one, they went silent. The wind changed. Cold, wet, smelling of soil and decay. Tari woke up choking. His chest felt heavy, like invisible hands pressing him down. From outside came a slow sound. Crack, 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 like earth breaking. A scream tore through the village. The ground is bleeding. People rushed out with torches. Near the burned Hunt House, the soil bubbled like boiling water. Dark liquid seeped out, red, warm, moving. The ritual seal was breaking. Mama Ebony stumbled forward, shaking. She's waking, she whispered. We didn't finish it. Thunder roared. Lightning revealed a hand pushing up through the soil. Long fingers, black nails, clutching the earth. Another hand followed, then a head. Mama Odara pulled herself out like something being born from a grave. Her skin was half smoke, half flesh, eyes burning green. Her mouth split wider than human. You buried me alive, she croaked. Now I bury you. Panic exploded. People ran. Some fell. Shadows rose from the ground, grabbing ankles. Screams filled the night. Mama Odara floated above the blood-soaked soil. I want the boy, she hissed. Tari belongs to me. Tari stood frozen. Fear locked his body. She turned toward him slowly. Each step made the earth rot. Mama Ebony rushed forward. There is only one way left, she cried, to end her forever. What way? Chief Balogun shouted. Ebony's eyes filled with tears. Someone must willingly bind her spirit with their life. Silence hit like death. A life for a life, Ebony whispered. She feeds on fear. Only sacrifice seals her. Before anyone could speak, Tari stepped forward. I'll do it. No, his mother screamed. Tears streamed down his face. She took my friends. She hurt my village. If I don't stop her, she'll never stop. Mama Odara laughed joyfully. Yes, little hero, come. Mama Ebony grabbed Tari's shoulders. You must not fear, she said softly. Fear feeds her. He nodded, shaking, but brave. They drew the final ritual circle with ash and blood. The witch hovered above it, snarling. Storm winds whipped violently. Ebony chanted. The villagers joined. Mama Odara screamed as invisible chains pulled her into the circle. Shadows burned away. Her true form appeared, a withered old woman screaming in terror. No, I was abandoned. I was forgotten. You chose darkness. Ebony shouted. Tari stepped into the circle. He held Mama Odara's cold hands. Her eyes widened. What are you doing? I'm ending this. Light burst from the symbols. The wind roared. The earth shook violently. Mama Odara's body began turning into smoke. She screamed louder than ever. You will be lonely like me. Tari felt his strength fading, his heart slowing. Mama Ebony cried. Hold on. The light exploded, then silence. When the dust settled, the circle was empty. Mama Odara was gone. The shadows gone. The cold gone. And Tari was lying still. His mother screamed and ran to him. Tari, wake up, wake up. Nothing. The village wept. The witch was destroyed. But the hero had fallen. Suddenly, Tari coughed. Air rushed into his lungs. His eyes opened. Light, warm, and human. Mama Ebony gasped. The spirits accepted the sacrifice, but spared his life. Cheers mixed with tears. The curse was broken. Forever. Months passed. Grass grew where Hunt House stood. Birds returned. Children laughed again. But sometimes, late at night, when the wind is quiet, some swear they hear an old woman whisper far away in the forest, angry, lonely, waiting, because evil never truly disappears. It only sleeps. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and don't forget to like and comment. Thank you.